Yo, good morning to everybody. How's everybody doing? So good to see you on whatever day this might be. Whatever day it might be. Is it Wednesday? Is it Thursday? I don't know what it is. It doesn't really matter. Somebody made up what it was going to be called, so I'm like, man, if they can make up words, days, numbers, symbols, all these things mean something different to other people. You know, today it's Wednesday in America, and it's, I don't know, Australia's probably still Tuesday. But that's not what I'm here to talk to you about today. I'm here to talk to you about why you have to stay motivated. I'm so silly. Why you have to stay motivated, dude. Look, okay, I mean all the time. All in, jacked up completely, before you can even take actions, okay? Like, you gotta get super jacked up all the time. Why? Because look, man, if you're not excited all the time, you're just not gonna be in, like, I wanna run my car into the ground, okay? Like, I'll tell you a story. I had a birthday years ago in Los Angeles. Maybe it was 6-7 years ago. And this couple bought me this, you would know them, they've done a lot of TV, but I don't want to drop their name, just create a little mystery there. And they bought me this wonderful little race car. It's a, you know, one of those model race cars. You can drive it around. It's a remote control. It's probably $4,000 or $5,000 little. It's awesome present. And I was so blown away with the present. I was like, dude, is this really mine, man? And I got really excited about it, right? And they're like, yeah, it's yours. Can I do anything I want with it? Oh, yeah, you can do anything you want with it. I took it out on my tennis court in LA. And I drove that thing around in circles and hit walls, ran it into posts, ran it into steps, ran it into the house until I'd completely destroyed the car. It took me about 20 minutes. I took that present they gave me and totally obliterated it. Now, what does that have to do with anything? I'll tell you what it has to do. Dude, that's the kind of freedom you want, man. You want the kind of freedom where you tear the machine up. See, for me, I want to be motivated all the time. I want to be excited all the time. I love listening to your streams. I love coming in, listening to one of your streams, and somebody saying, dude, I did this, and this happened. I love hearing those stories about people that went from nothing to something. I don't like the stories where people rip people off. I don't like the story where the guy gets famous because he went out and ripped people off for, you know, millions of dollars, and then starts a career and says he's turning his life around, but he still hadn't paid the people back. I don't like those stories. I like the motivation stories. I like the Will Smith story where he's making 400 or 500 phone calls a day and he finally gets through. I like the Wall Street story, but Charlie Sheen's making phone calls and he finally gets into the guy. I don't like the part where he goes bad. See, I'm not going bad. I've been doing this 32 years. Dude, I've had one lawsuit in 32 years, okay? And it was completely frivolous. It's because I got hooked up with the wrong people. And I can just tell you from personal experience, I had a divorce. I was married for 1 year, had a divorce. It wrecked me, man. It was like, wow, dude. You want to stay motivated, okay? Anybody that tells you not to stay motivated, look, you're not going to take action. You're not going to turn it around. You are not going to take the actions you need to take until you get super jacked up every day and learn how to build that muscle of motivation. Now, certainly you need skills, no doubt about it. Everybody knows that. Come on, man. We all know I need skills. I got to know what I'm doing. I got to know what I'm going to say. I posted a video this morning on YouTube. It's an unedited, unscripted phone call. I was in the internet department in my office, took a phone call because nobody else answered the phone, so I was livid. Answered the phone. You're not going to even believe this call. When you watch this call go down, I'm taking an incoming customer call. I don't know what it's going to be. And I basically answered the call. Hey, because I'm motivated, Jack. But my skills are so grooved in, like I have no attention on really the call. I'm not fixed on a script or a pitch, or I have my skills are so grooved in that I'm able to be free and be myself and do almost anything. Like when you hear this call, when you watch this call, you can find it on my Facebook page this morning. It's a link to YouTube, but Grant Cardone, I think it's Grant Cardone fan page on Facebook. There's a completely unscripted, unedited, untouched video where this guy calls up and I say, hey, what can I get you? I mean, you're never going to believe it. You're like, dude, there's no way I could treat anybody like that. Of course not. You can't treat anybody like that because you have not been staying motivated at high enough levels every day to get used to this thing, right? To this almost obsessive, compulsive, manic. See, a guy told me once, he's like, dude, I think you're manic. I said, dude, I think you're freaking whacked. Okay? Now, come on, what else you got? I think you're freaking little man. You think I'm a manic. I think you're depressed. You think I'm a manic. I think what else you want to do here, okay? Look, you don't know. Dude, what if I could actually stay motivated 90% of the time? What if I could at will change, like, okay, I'm going to be excited now. No matter what's happening, okay? I'm losing deal after deal after deal after deal. No matter how good I do it, I'm in this moment where everything's going bad for 2 or 3 or 4 days or 3 weeks, or man, what about a couple years? Dude, I've had years that were bad. Acamedia, how you doing, buddy? I've had years that were awful, okay? Weeks, months. From the age of 15 to 25, it was an awful existence for me. I wish I knew at that time, dude. I didn't need skills. I needed motivation. I needed discipline. I needed the ability to wake up motivated every day, turn it on when I wasn't, stay up late, be motivated when I'm losing deals, getting deals. Dude, skills don't matter if you're not freaking motivated, okay? So wherever you can go to get a little freaking fuel, man. It's just a little fuel. It's just a little bit, okay, yeah, I can do this. Look, I went from being worth nothing to, in my career, I've made hundreds of millions of dollars. Not just made hundreds of millions of dollars, I've kept hundreds of millions of dollars. So, you know, to keep that much money, you got to be doing something right over long periods of time. When you meet somebody that's done that, I didn't go public. I didn't sell stock on Wall Street. You know, I never got paid $25 million. I've never been paid a salary in my life. Well, I guess I was paid a salary when I was 1 month when I was 28 years old. So, you know, these guys on Wall Street that run these big companies, the Carly Fiorinis that worked for Hewlett Packard, ran it into the ground. She was making $30 million a year, man. $30 million a year, okay? Because she got that big cush job with 40,000 employees. Good for her, man. Good for her. It's not how I made my money. That's all I'm saying. So look, you got to get excited. You got to get excited. Jared, what's up, Jared? Jared Glant. Guys, I don't know if you know this, but Jared Glant told me to quit running the special. He's told me 3 times. The more he tells me, the more I want to run it. We put this special on my site, CardoneUniversity.com/holiday. CardoneUniversity.com/holiday. It's a $13,000 program, and we put it up for $995. So Jared says, "Hey man, you got to quit running it. I got companies calling me freaking out." I said, "Yeah, that's your problem, dude. I'm helping lots of people." Okay. So then he called, "Hey, Clearwater, Florida, how you doing, buddy?" And then he calls me again. "Hey, Grant, you got to. I'm telling you, I'm begging you, man. I'm getting so many phone calls from companies that paid us $30 grand for the program, and we're selling it to $995 for individuals." He's like, "You got to stop it." I said, "Not only am I not going to stop it, Jared, I'm going to add another program. I'm going to give people that sign up before Christmas Eve. I'm going to give them the cold call program." Pensacola, what's up? I'm going to give them the cold call program, dude. That's $1,500. Jared calls me back. "Man, please, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm getting calls." I said, "Dude, You need to figure out what to do on the corporate program to up that program so those guys don't have a problem. Because let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to give them it for $9.95. I'm going to give it to them for 1 year for $9.95. I'm going to give them the cold call program, and I'm going to give them a webinar every month when they sign up before Christmas Eve. Orlando, how you doing, man? I love to laugh, dude. I love to get motivated. I love to market. I love to pitch. I love to promote. Don't you? And if you're not going to be freaking jacked up when you do it, you know, I remember meeting a car dealer years ago, Larry Van Taal. This guy was the highest motivation guy I've ever met in my life. I don't know what he just sold his company for. I don't know, 3 or 4 billion, maybe $5 billion. This guy could grab your hand. It didn't matter when you met him, 10 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock in the morning. It didn't matter if it was in a bar or in a car dealership. It didn't matter whether it was in a grocery store. Dude, the guy was like, argh. See, motivation's vital and critical, okay? Yeah, we all know I got to do something. Dude, I got to brush my teeth. I got to take a leak. I got to make the call. I got to drive the car. But who are you? I mean, look around. Look around in the world today. Just go out and notice the first 10. Just count to 10 people today that you run across. You get within 3 feet of. 10 people. And I want you to rate them on a scale from 1 to 10. You know, 10 being they're like super jacked like I am right now. Give me a 10 right now. Give me an 8 anyway, right? It doesn't really matter what you give me. What am I feeling inside? But you go out and meet these people today. Watch how few people even look at you. Watch how few people say hello to you. Watch when they do say hello, how depressed and down they are, okay? Look at people. Look at people and just see if there's any freaking glitter in their eyes, you know, any excitement. What's their smile like? Is there any pop? Is there any stars, babe? Like what is it, man? Look, the whole freaking world is average. We have been reduced to a damn medicine society. 4 billion prescriptions of drugs last year, just in America. 4 billion. Do you understand? That is 12 prescriptions. I'm sorry, 13 prescriptions for every individual in America. You think we got a gun problem? We only got like 300 million guns. We got a gun for every person. We got 12 to 15 prescriptions for every living human registered in America. That includes the babies, man. I mean, that's every number. That's freaking ridiculous. You got people walking around robots. Lithium going through their bodies. Lithium is a metal, man, okay? If I put a metal in your bloodstream right now, I'm going to slow everything down. What are these other drugs? Prozac, okay? These are class 5 narcotics. More dangerous. They're created, they're manufactured. You think I'm not freaking motivated? Dude, I'm motivated. You tell me about kids getting drugged. You tell me about kids getting drugged. I'm motivated. You tell me about some crook, some guy ripping off people in Wall Street, okay, and then wants to make a career out of speaking to people after he ripped a bunch of people. I get freaking motivated. I'm like, dude, that's wrong. There's no way I would send that cat a nickel. All right, you show me one of these speakers that has 1 employee and he's telling people how to grow a business and how to hire people. I get freaking motivated, man. This is criminal. It's criminal. You know, you show me somebody doing the same old thing over and over and over and over, dude. I don't like that. I don't like injustices. I don't like people that are ripping people off. I don't like charlatans. I don't like people stealing shit. You know, I get excited, man. You know, you show me a guy, you show me ISIS going out killing people, dude. You know what I do? I get motivated, dog. First thing I do is I go gun up. Okay. I see these whacks going into schools, killing kids and these soft targets. I get motivated, dude. You know what I do? I get motivated. First thing I do is I get motivated. You understand what I'm saying? Everything I look at, for me, is motivation. Everything. I watch TV, I get motivated. I watch politicians. I watch Mark Rubio, can't pay his bills. I watch Carly Fiorina talk about she's going to be better in the White House because she's a woman. I watch Hillary lie to the public the way she does. Dude, I get motivated not to ever vote for another politician again. I vote. I'm going to the polls. I vote against these jacks. So, you know, my dad died when he was 52 years old. That motivates me. My mom lived in a state of almost poverty fear, and she had money. Dude, how sick is that? You have money and you're terrified. Dude, that motivates me. I'm like, I ain't living that life. Dude, I'm going to get so much freaking bank. I'm going to get so much paper. I'm going to get that fuck you money, so I don't have to do business with some whack I don't want to do business with, okay? I get to say whatever I want, when I want, how I want it. That motivates me, man. You guys better find something to get motivated about. I'm not talking about, I'm talking about freaking sick motivation where you'll run through walls, run over the enemy, okay? Dominate the competition if there is any left. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Where you market and promote long after everybody, the haters, have said, oh, he markets and promotes too much. And they start admiring you for your marketing and promotion. See, I don't apologize to anybody. Every stream I get on, I tell you about my special. I never apologize to anybody. Anybody that has a problem with me marketing and promoting needs my program, because clearly you don't understand how much you got to say something to get people that aren't motivated to do something. See, some of you are hearing this message for like the freaking 20th time. Finally, you're like, you know what? I need to go do that thing. CardoneUniversity.com/holiday. I promise you, tomorrow, okay, you're going to go try to pull the trigger on this thing on Christmas Day, and you're going to see error, dead link. You can't buy it for $9.95 anymore. So you guys are still in that thing. You're getting a $13,000 individual tuition. Okay, I'm going to launch this full-blown next year for 13 grand. It's cheaper than Cornell. It's cheaper than Harvard. It's cheaper than any business school, any community college you can go to. It's cheaper than that. Hell, the books will cost you freaking $2 grand. Chemistry book, that big, costs you $139. This thing's $9.95 right now. Okay, Christmas Day, it'll be over. You're gonna go and you're gonna go in there and you'll be dead link and you're gonna be like, God damn, I can't believe I didn't do it. Do you know why you didn't do it? Because you don't believe in you. Because somebody crawled up in your shit and told you couldn't do it. You know, you've had years and years of people saying you can't do it, you don't need to make money, just relax, take it easy, settle down, get a wife, get some kids, you're going to be happy, get an education, get a job. Do you and I have been banged so hard for so long, you should listen to motivation every day. And with that motivation that you're listening to every day, you need to add skills. Clearly, you need to add skills. There's some awesome people out there. Average cost of books for college student for 4 years is $1,200. Yeah, and the books are freaking garbage, man. You know, the program I'm telling you about, it's not even books. It's all video content. Why would I want to read a book, dude, when I can watch video? You know, where I can watch not this what I'm doing now, this rant, but very specific problem-oriented solutions. So, hey, the payments are too high. The price is too high. I got to talk to my wife. I got to think about it. Don't call me back. You call me too much. See, that kind of stuff. How do I create a lead? How do I get a lead? How do I get a referral? How do I call somebody back that told me not to call them back again? How do I close a deal when I know there's a deal, but there's a price objection and they can buy it cheaper down the street? You understand what I'm saying? Those are the things you need every day. But look, don't underestimate the value of motivation. Do you need it every day? Your kids need it every day. Everybody needs to be doing a rah-rah. Sam Walton, the greatest retailer that has ever lived on planet Earth, did a sales rah-rah meeting every morning. They still do it today, okay? They still do it today. I believe they still do it today. So look, my name's Grant Cardone, New York Times best-selling author. I've written 5 books. I got 2 books in production right now. One's called Obsessed. It'll be out in August. Penguin Random's doing that book. They gave me a nice little advance. Very, very sweet of them. We're going to sell a lot of those books. The other book I have coming out probably February is going to be my real estate book. Okay, it's going to be awesome for any of you that want to learn how to buy multifamily. I own 5 companies. I have started from nothing, borrowed no money, never been public. Nobody tells me what to do ever. I mean, my customers do. My wife does. My kids do. But you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of in a position where I'm like, I don't need to do that. I've never sold my companies. You know, I didn't sell stock, don't have board members. Everybody's going to do their deal different. I want to help you do your deal however you want to do your deal. I just want to be the inspiration and motivation for you to do your deal, your life, your business the way you want to. So anything I can do to help, my goal is to reach as many. We do a lot of business, a lot of stuff in the trucking industry. My goal is to meet as many of your friends, relatives, neighbors, uncles, aunts, cousins. If they're entrepreneurs, if they got hustle, more hustle than they got hate, dude. If you got more freaking jack than you got jerk, I'm your boy. I'm your boy. I'm your man. I'm your Uncle G. They call me the Godfather of commerce, the Godfather of sales, the Godfather of the truth, man. I want to be your friend more than anything else. I want to be your friend if you got that hustle. Also, you can find me on Twitter at Grant Cardone. Send me a note today. I'll pop you back. The special, somebody's asking, what's the special again? CardoneUniversity.com. CardoneUniversity.com/holiday. Maybe somebody throws it up in the post. If you got it already, throw it up in there. If you've already started, let people know how good it is. CardoneUniversity.com/holiday. I promise you, you're going to go in there in a day and a half. You're going to open that link up. Boom, it's going to be dead. So don't wait. Don't forget. You're saving $13,000. And I'm going to give you the cold call program. And I'm going to give you a webinar every month. You guys be great. Be awesome. Freaking kill it, man. Kill it. And remember, dude, motivation, get it everywhere you can, when you can, all the time.